Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smash that likes. Make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Road to 20k now, people. You know what I mean? So make sure that you lot are subbing if you are not subscribed already. I'm seeing a lot of people that have come through from rants. Big up rants every single time. And big up rants for Saturday night as well, man. I know we didn't get the dub and whatnot, but it was nice to finally meet him in person. Obviously, I've seen Saeed a couple of times already. Roms, listen, I've been out of Roms a few times. But I met people like TTM. You know, I met Yasir TV. I don't know if Yasir is going to be in the chat today, but it was nice. It was nice seeing these people, man. But we've got over 100 people here. So like I said, make sure that you lot are smashing up the lights, people. But Andrew, what are you saying, bro, man? How are you? You good?
Yeah, personally, I'm fine. You know, it's been a very long week in sporting terms. very draining, tiring week in terms of sport.
It has, bro. You know, and the thing about it, right? The game against Leeds and the game against Bournemouth, they were pretty much identical. They were pretty much identical, bro. We can talk about how the attack hasn't really been firing right now. You could talk about the Leeds game, obviously how Maresca made some mistakes. We could talk about that as well, because I didn't think, you know, playing Chalobah, for example, right back and starting tossing in that game was the right thing to do. But ultimately, bro, this team for me, it's a top 4 team right now. I've accepted it, bro. Yeah, that's how I'm kind of looking at things right now for me. Couch, what are you saying, bro?
Sure, man. What are you guys saying?
Yeah, good, man. I'm good, man.
I think
how have you been?
I think Don, no, that's I know I've said it. I can't speak for you guys, but I've always said that from the start, by the end of the transfer window. I always said this is a top 4 team, nothing more. And no, but I think you can still be annoyed at game performances in games, but still realize what the ceiling is for the team. Do you know what I mean? Because I think we've had a slight overreaction to the Bournemouth game because it was so near to the Leeds game, so it's compounded the two results together, right?
Yep.
So if we'd have beaten Leeds and drawn at Bournemouth, we probably wouldn't have seen this over like as much as a reaction we have done. If you understand what I'm saying. But you can still criticize. There's no way to get away from criticism in the games. That goes to the manager as well, because I think you're right. I think selections he made against Leeds were wrong. And I think Saturday, I don't know about you, Don, that sort of performance reminded me of the Sunderland game, that we didn't change anything, and the subs were like for like, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like it, and do you know what was more offensive? It was boring. It was boring. It was boring.
Bro, it was, as well. Honestly, bro. I was just telling you, bro. Even now, I've got my local lemsip here because, bro, last week when I came back from Leeds, I was feeling just a bit sluggish, man. I felt drained. I'm you know, waking up early Saturday to watch the Arsenal game. That gave me a bit of energy. I'm sitting there watching our game. I'm telling you, I was falling asleep. Yeah. The only thing that was keeping me up really was Sanchez. Sanchez and Fofana. They were the main two that were keeping me up in that game, bro. Because I'm telling you, offensively, we were not good enough, right? How you feeling right now, Couch? Before we even sort of break things down, because the Leeds and Bournemouth game, they were pretty. There was a few differences, but they were pretty identical, bruv.
Yo, big up, chat. What's up, fellas? It's been a minute. Yeah, I just think we're consistently inconsistent. Let me get my mic going first. 1 second. I didn't even know you were live. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was still backstage.
You were backstage, bro. We've been live. We've been live.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, no. I'd say first and foremost, I just feel like we're consistently inconsistent, and that is the hallmark of young teams. You know, teams that don't, you know, have the experience and leadership that, you know, is required to win the Premier League. And it's sad but true. Like, I think that we have a decent squad, and actually, let me take that back. I think we have a decent 11 to 13 players, somewhere around there. And as soon as you take pieces out of that, you know, that 11 to 12 players, you start looking like a mid-table team. Because what we have in depth, which is a sad thing to say, given how much we spent, is just not good enough. Like, it's just really not good enough. And we're not talking about, you know, just coming in and giving us a spell for like 1 and 2 games. We're talking about guys that just would be mid-table and anywhere else in the Premier League. And this is just the standard that we have right now. Like, granted, like we spent a lot of money on that starting 11, and when fit, it is a decent side. You know, we can compete against the best teams in the world with that side. But when you're looking for a little bit of rotation and you're looking for a little bit more, you know, just give guys a spell here and there, or you have an injury here and there, and you're looking for guys to fill those holes, it's dark, man. Let's just be real. It's dark. I can't think of any guys on the bench right now that are consistently on the bench or not in that preferred 11 that I can look to give us a performance right now. It's really not good.
Just breaking news, we drew Charlton away in the FA Cup third round.
Yeah.
Oh, we've drawn Charlton, yeah?
Yeah.
And big up the Charlton fan. I forgot his name, the man that passed away. So Charlton were playing the other day. 20 minutes into the game, something happened in the ground where obviously there was like a medical emergency. He's passed away, but he's a massive Charlton fan. I've been seeing all these like pictures and videos of him. He's had awards directly from the club and that. So RIP to him, man. That's weird because I've been seeing a lot of their content. Now we match up with them. Is that at home, Andrew?
It's away.
So wait, that's not too far from me actually. That's not too far from me.
It's London, so it's not going to be the travelling thing. Is not going to work.
It's Southeast London. Yeah, it's literally across the ferry. It's literally across the ferry, bro. Yeah, so I'll be there quickly. Big up Robert as well, man. Rob, what you saying?
I'm good, man. How are you? How are you folks?
Bro, we're deflated. We're all deflated right now. I'll let Couch carry on what he was saying. Go on, Couch. Carry on, bro.
Where did I leave off? I can't remember.
You were saying about the rest of the squad's kind of looking mid-table.
Yeah, squad's looking mid-table, and you know, it just feels like whenever we rotate 1 and 2 players, we really feel it. You know, and you know, like I still think that, you know, we have a decent side. We can still do things. I don't think that there's any one clear team in the Premier League right now that's running away with it. Let's just be real. I think that right now is when we're going to be the telltale sign for who is going to be in it and who's not going to be in it. And I don't think that anything's been decided yet. But with that said, I'm just not happy with you know, with the quality of depth we have. Like it's obvious to me that having spent so much just to round out the squad, that we haven't bought well, and we still have holes in this team. When, you know, we're talking about when Clear Lake took over, we're talking about 4 windows and then we're set to compete. And well beyond that now, and we're still looking for key pieces. We're talking about strikers. We're talking about like defenders. We're talking about like quality and depth in the midfield. Like it's not good, man. It's really not good. And on the performance itself, like I did the review and it was just dire, man. Like that performance from our number 10s in particular, whether it be Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, or Yao Pedro.
Well, I mean, what game are we starting with, Couch? Let's start with the Leeds game.
Okay. Well, I can't even remember much about that, man. I'm still inside the.
That was the toxic disaster class.
Well, I mean, that just speaks to what I was just saying earlier about like the quality of depth, right? Like, I just don't understand. I don't want to see him on the pitch again. I don't think that he needs to play anymore. I think we understand where we're getting from. I think that Enzo Maresca's kind of, it felt like in his post match that he's kind of admitted to it as much as well, and then he leaves Tosin out of the lineup altogether in the Bournemouth game. So I think that that's a telltale of what we're going to see coming forward. But like, let's just be real, he's just not good enough. He's not good enough. Like, no, it's something about like how he processes information. The same things I say about Badia Shield, I think it's just like tenfold with this Tosin guy. You know, you want him to be the central center back. I know we have these discussions, you know, at the beginning of the year about like what's required from central center back. You know, obviously identification, you know, being able to have a passing range, but also being the quarterback, somebody that can put together attacking moves and like orchestrate it and understand what we're trying to do offensively and, you know, play the balls over top. Guys are making runs. You're not recognizing those runs, you know, punch it through the lines, get it into the channels, all that stuff. He's just not doing that well, you know, and irrespective of like, you know, I can live with him not being offensively, you know, capable, but defensively, win an aerial duel, man. Win an aerial duel.
It's pathetic. It's honestly pathetic.
Just win an aerial duel. You know, like don't turn over the ball in crucial areas. Like be switched on in the box. Be alert, be ready. These are all things that are just like the most fundamental things you want from a defender that's 6'5", that he's not providing.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't want to rain it on him too heavily because I don't think that the team as a whole played very well. Again, the problem that we saw versus Bournemouth was just our lack of endeavor in the final third. We're unable to really, threaten in that final third. And these are against teams that you expect to beat. If you want to be challenging at the top of the table, like you have to be beating teams like Bournemouth. You have to be beating teams like Leeds, who are in the bottom three. So yeah, I just don't think we're ready. I really don't. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. And listen, big up Robert. Let me get you in here. Let me read CAA Matthews super chat. Big up for the donation, bro. He says the biggest problem is Maresca doesn't let our players win us games. We don't let small teams adjust to us. We adjust to them. Pass back, no movement, FC. And there's another one here as well. I think that talks about Maresca, because that's going to link into what I'm going to ask you, Rob. He said, I believe in the manager, and I do think with him we can get back to the top. However, he needs to improve rotation. Start strong, win the game, and then rotate and rest the players after 60 to 70 minutes. Now, those are really interesting thoughts, Rob, because before you came in, Couch basically said, look, he feels like there's like 13, 14 players in the squad who are, good enough to be at Chelsea, basically. The rest are sort of mid-table level, right? And I agree with him to an extent, but for me, I'm still looking at certain decisions that Maresca makes at times, right? Like starting Chalobah at right back the other day against Leeds, right? Not giving Esteval any cover on that side when you know it's going to be a hostile environment where man's getting pushed about. He came out after the game, Rob, talking about this was his introduction to the Prem. Yeah. So if you knew what it was going to be like, why would you not give him any support? Yeah. I rate Esteval, but broski, even when Palmer's on the right, he still needs a little bit of help on that side. Even Neto at times needs a little bit of help, bro. And even, for example, starting tossing that right centre back. Okay, cool. Aerially, you thought you're gonna have problems, but you've seen Josh aerially deal with likes of Isak, aerially deal with the likes of Mateta. Yeah, he's gone away to Palace and been our best player on the pitch. Remember when we dropped points against Palace, your boy Jackson kept missing chances. Josh was the best player on the pitch up against Mateta, bro. Right, but he's not getting a look in right now. So for you, Rob, is it the squad's not good enough to be consistently beating these teams, or is it Maresca's not using the squad as well as it should be?
Well, I think big up everyone. First of all, I think to answer your question, I think it's a struggle for Maresca to try and find a good rotational balance, right? Because I think for me, if you have, I don't get it when he starts. You start Hato, Andre Santos, Gittins, Esteval, all in one starting 11, right? Because they're all young, they all need support, like experienced support next to them, right? If you're gonna start Hato in the backline, right, then start Hato, Trev, Wes, and Rhys James, right? That way, Hato is there's rotation for Hato, but he has solid side behind, solid cover behind him. When you put him next to a Josh who's young and learning, you put him next to Tosin, who's not really that reliable. And then in front of him, you put Andre Santos, who's also learning. Then in front of him there, you put Gittin, who's also learning. So everybody's either learning something, either the system or learning the league. And so you're not going to get the chemistry. You're not going to get the fluidity that you need because, it's too many players coming in trying to prove all the same thing and trying to get acclimated the league into the Maresca style. So I think for me, he's trying to find a way to do the two-team thing that he used that last year. I need to have an A team and a B team. A team when I'm playing Arsenal and Barca and Villa, I can just whip out the A team. B team when you're playing Leeds and maybe you're playing Carabao in the Champions League, you can whip out the B team and you can win. But unfortunately, the Prem doesn't work that way, right? The Prem doesn't work that way. And one of the things that I read Maresca last summer was, toward the end of last season, is because I was going into each match April on, knowing that Maresca is going to most likely out-coach the other coach. But now, like, I can list you a bunch of games where the other coach just got the best of Maresca. Simple as that, right? And I don't think it's because they're better coaches than Maresca. I just think Maresca just comes into these smaller games and either just freestyles or don't take him seriously enough as he should, right? As an Arteta does, right? For instance, and I'm not trying to big up Arteta, but Arteta was never gonna rotate, Maslow Skelly and Wanweri and all of these young players, Mosquera, all of them in at the same time, right? And so I think Maresca needs to do a better job of rotating well, right? Because then you put an Andre Santos in there and rotating too many pieces around him. Now he's drowning, not because he lacks quality, it's because there's too many. But if you put him next to Reece, West, Caicedo, right, Cole Palmer ahead of him, then all of a sudden he's surrounded by quality, and his mistakes, even if he makes mistakes, they are covered by those players. But when you're putting him, around Esteval and Gittins and Josh and Hato, when he makes mistakes, the guy behind him or in front of him is not experienced enough to cover him, or doesn't have the quality enough to cover him. But if you rotate him with other good players, other starters, then it's an easier integration for him. And I just think Maresca hasn't done a good job at doing that, either trusting the young players or the new players that he has, or rotating them properly when supporting them with quality. So
I hear you, man. Hey, big up AJ. Big up AJ. AJ's here as well. Big up AP. He says, "I'm sorry, this squad has quality issues. I don't care." AJ, before you came in, I asked Rob if it's a Maresca thing in terms of not using the squad properly again, because I had a lot of complaints about it last season when I wasn't seeing him using Felix, even though he didn't want him. I thought he could have made use of him. I thought he could have used Vega more, because if you had used Vega last season, bro, he could have still been here. And that's one less problem that we have with Colwell getting injured right now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're assuming that Vega's the answer to those problems, though. Like, he wasn't.
I liked Vega. I know you didn't like Vega, but I liked Vega.
That's a pretty bold statement to say that we wouldn't have these problems today if Vega were here.
Broski, I'm telling you now, at least we'd have a left footer who's available most of the time. Vega does not get as injured as much as Badia Shield, right? That's the point that I'm making. So what is it for you,
having a left footer is one issue, but it's not the central issue. It still has to be quality too, right?
Yeah, but I think it's good. I think he's a good player. Right. I think he's a good player, bro. I don't think he's elite, but I think he's good enough to come in as a backup player, right? But AJ, what do you think it is for you, bro? Like, is it Maresca not using the squad properly, bro? Like, what have you felt like the problems have been the past 2 games where we've dropped points, man?
The past 2 games, first of all, big up the panel. I think we're in a period where we got to depend on the squad. That's just the situation we're in. So when you look at it from that perspective, he has no choice. He has to rotate 3-4 players each game. So now it comes down to, again, the question, are you using the squad correctly, or are you just like, are these players letting us down? Are they not good enough, or is the squad not being put together correctly? And I think sometimes it's a mix of both. For me, I think it's a mix of both, because first of all, a lot of these questions, there's always not going to be one answer. It's always going to be 2-3 answers. So I think Maresca could use the squad much better, but I do think the players let him down in situations. Like, for instance, we'll get into moments where we're approaching the team's box and we'll misplace passes, easy passes, simple passes.
Yeah,
we won't finish our opportunities. We'll center backs are making mistakes. So those are things that Maresca can't fully control himself. The players gotta have accountability and step up. But at the same time, when we went into that Leeds game, Maresca changed the squad, but he also changed the system. And to me, that's his fault. He shouldn't have done that. I know you gotta. It's one thing to change personnel, but then you change personnel and you change the system at the same time. To me, that's
what do you mean he changed the system? What did he change?
He playing with 3 center backs. Simple.
This is against Leeds. Against Leeds. Yeah.
So I think that's.
But isn't that how we play? We play with 3. I think. Okay.
It's center backs.
While I agree with
you,
you, like it's not ideal to play with 3 back, but we defend with 3. It's essentially right.
but it's
And
different.
but what
profiles.
you're asking is whether or not you trust Chalaba to Murad on that right flank, right? That's basically what it is. Because if you play Fofana there, it's fine, and you play. We've seen him play Josh there, and it was fine. So it's not so much about the defenders there. It's about
wait. We're not going to glaze over that. You said we're trusting Chalaba to Murad on the right side. Do you agree with that?
What do you mean?
Do you agree with that decision?
Do I agree with that decision? No, I don't. But that's not a change in the system, though. We still play with a back 3.
Yeah, but okay, but if you change in the personnel, the system is gonna kind of change as well, because it's everybody's functioning different. Because Chalaba can't provide what our typical RC wide player. So it's
that's to do. Yeah.
But all I'm contesting is I agree with what you're saying. All I'm contesting is less about the system change, because I don't think that we change systems that much. It's just the personnel for me. Like, I think that, yes, I don't think Chalaba is good enough to play on that right flank, even if he's just playing a defensive position. Like, even if he's not looking to get forward, I don't think that he plays that position well enough to play there. So I agree with you on that.
I think any of our center backs are good enough to play in that position. Every time Maresca has done this, he hasn't been successful. He tried against
Fofana played there
last April. He tried against Fofana at Brentford. Fofana got cooked, right?
He tried against
Brentford.
Fofana played last year there and played well.
No, I'm talking about this season. He played there against Brentford more.
Okay, but it's worked though. But you're saying that every time he plays it, he gets cooked. Like Fofana's played there and played well.
Fofana's played there once against Bournemouth last season. And
he played there against West Ham away as well. I remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he played against West Ham there as well. Yes. Right? Well, that's besides the point though, yeah, because Andrew, yeah, right? Like, for me, yeah, some of these things that Maresca does are just it's just unnecessary, bro. Like, it's like what Rob said. Like, are you taking the piss or what? Right? You can clearly see that you made a mistake, because he brought on Gusto at halftime against Leeds. When Gusto started to invert and help Santos and Gusto, and Enzo a little bit more, we seem to be getting a little bit more control. And I don't know, for me, just being there, I could see that the Leeds fans were now sitting back because we scored quite early in the game. You know, if we're going to come back. And straight after, Garnacho creates a massive opportunity for Palmer, right? People like to cook our attack. And I keep saying to them, bro, whatever you don't think of our attack, Maresca's created a system where we create chances and we score goals. We've obviously been on a little bit of a goal drought. But the other day, Gittins is a guy that people like to cook. For me, against Leeds, bro, this guy wasn't really getting much of the ball. But the moment that he did get the ball in the second half, quite a bit, he gets an assist and he comes off. Garnacho came on for Gittins. He should have got an assist as well. That's 2 of them there that get cooked that would have contributed to a W or helping us come back in the game, right? But Cole Palmer being rusty, obviously, he's missed that opportunity, bro. Yeah? And then Tosin, you know, doing what Tosin does. And that's what I keep saying, bro. I've been down on the terrace and whatnot, and I've been saying, bro, our centre-back options, Andrew, are a weak chin. It don't matter if I rate our fullbacks as world class. It don't matter if I rate our midfield depth and our midfield. Doesn't matter if I rate certain things going on in the attack, like Esteval and that, right? We will not prosper with those centre-backs because that is a weak chin, right? What can Maresca do now going forward to stop making these, you know, avoidable mistakes? Because I feel like there's certain decisions that he makes that I feel like are so avoidable. You know what I'm saying, broski?
Yeah. So Leeds one really frustrated me because I knew he was going to change the centre-back pairing anyway because he's done it in every game. But to actually change 2 positions in defence when there was no need to doesn't make any sense. Why didn't Gusto just start the game? He was fit enough to start the game. You could have just left Chalaba there, even if you move him to the right and put Badishile there. That's absolutely fine. That means you've kept 3 of the back 4 that started or played in the last game. Do you know what I mean? Just keep continuity. That's the problem. It's continuity. Trevor Chalaba, yes, I know he started off as a right back under Tuchel, but he's not. He doesn't have the physique and athleticism to do that job. Do you know what I mean? He's too slow. And then also the problem is then you're playing with Chalaba, Tosin, and Badishile, who are so slow with the ball, passing it as well. I mean, you can tolerate 1 of them, maybe 2, but 3 of them. I mean, how many times we saw it against Burnley? Remember against Burnley how frustrated we were.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
runs that they were making, Tosin was always just holding the ball, or someone else was just holding the ball. I beg Maresca, like, I know he's going to change centre backs because of the partnerships and the injuries, but don't change two of it and then change one of the positions. You're not gonna, the continuity's not there. And you know, and by the way, he should have taken Tosin off at half time, not Badiashile.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. You should have.
Why did he do that?
He should have taken him off. On Saturday, I agree with AJ. My problem with the attack is that it was they got to the box. It was either an extra touch or they didn't put the ball in. They went back.
Yep.
So it stopped. All momentum stopped like that, and that's just on everyone. And I understand people in chat will go, yeah, but we don't have the strikers. How are we going to know if you don't give them the ball, give them the chance?
Bro,
you know what I mean? If you don't give them a chance to give them the ball, how they're going to stop making that run then, aren't they? So then all that momentum's gone. They have to build up momentum again on the run and the movement. Just put the ball in. Just put the ball in and see what happens. That was my frustration. We got to the edge of the box so many times. We had a couple of shots. Their goalkeeper really didn't do anything. But that was my problem.
Petrovic barely had a chance to fucking save.
Well, that was my problem. Like I said to you at the start, Bournemouth reminded me so much of the Sunderland game, where it was like we just kept doing the same thing time and time again. The subs were the same thing, and that's when Maresca, as great as he is with the bigger opponents, where he switches the tactics, he switches up or something like that. With these games, he seems to have a mindset where this will work. We'll finally break them down. We'll eventually break them down. But then again, you go back to like Brentford away in the second half where he changed things. Not in the first away when he changed things. Do you know what I mean? Why didn't I see that?
Yeah,
bro. I think against Bournemouth, yeah. You know what suited Bournemouth, yeah, bro. Esteval and Gittins pairing a lot sooner would have suited that game, bro. Because
exactly,
Bournemouth, there were so many opportunities on the transition. Andrew, you're right. We kept breaking down our attacks, bro.
But also, it was like I think Couch said it. It was like if you're going to take Palmer off, who currently is out of tomorrow's game, he's not going to play.
Yeah. Right decision too. Right decision too.
But then, like I think Couch said it. Move Enzo up front and put Santos in the midfield next to Reece. Do you know what I mean? Just move him up. Do you know what I mean? That's what I don't get. And then in his press conference after the Leeds game, he goes, "Oh, I should have played Josh Ashington more." Not seen him. Not seen him.
You haven't seen this guy,
bro. I'm taking those comments. I'm taking those comments with a pinch of salt, bruv.
But if you're going to play a centre back, a guy who can play centre back, why not play the guy who actually also played right back as well for his early part of his career in Josh Ashington? If you're going to move someone to right back who can play that role, do you know what I mean? Instead of Trevor Chalobah. So these last two things, Maresca has to take a lot of criticism. The players do as well, no doubt. But Maresca and his decisions, he has to do that because I shouldn't be coming out. Listen. I don't know what it is at Bournemouth, but Robert Sanchez seems to have the game of his life. He had it last year. He saved the penalty and stuff like that. But I shouldn't be. Bournemouth lost the previous 5 games. Lost 4 out of 5. The previous last games, 4 out of 5. This is the first time they kept the clean sheet in like 6 weeks against us.
Yep.
It's pathetic. And they had the better of the chances.
They did.
The chances. It's pathetic. That's what it
bro.
is.
If it wasn't for Sanchez, yeah, we would have lost that game, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big up Brian as well.
You know Don, sorry to cut you off. The other reason why I'm mad at him playing 3 center backs, and I think also TTM said it in the chat. I don't know if you want to pull it up.
Yeah.
But we've seen him do this before, and it almost never works. Our system just doesn't work with that. It doesn't work since last year, bro. The Sassi, he used to do it. Not Colwell. I think Badiashile
He's done it with Trev. He's done it.
Bro, it doesn't work, bro.
But the problem I have with you guys, what you were saying right now is you don't even acknowledge when it did work. You just say that you only highlight the time
when it ever work.
I'm not denying that it did not work the other day. But to say that it's never worked and it's just disingenuous to me.
Is it failed more than it's worked?
Yeah,
I don't know. I honestly don't even study it like that, to be honest.
No,
but to say that it doesn't work, to say that it doesn't work because it didn't work the last game.
No, you and Don say it worked against West Ham. I've given you 3 or 4 examples where it didn't work.
I'll have to go back and look. Okay, I'll have to go back and look. But are you contesting that it's never worked?
I think he took Fofana off.
I'm sure it's probably working.
He did. He took him off at half time, bro.
Okay,
I probably gotten away with it, but
if there's proof of concept, of it working, then why are we knocking him when he's trying it?
Because he hasn't worked recently. He hasn't worked
recently. There's
hold on.
I don't recall.
Keep in mind, the only reason why I think that he did that is because he wanted to support. He wanted to have more attackers going forward. That's basically what it is. He wanted to play with a
He didn't have more attackers.
Guys, we played with a 3-1-3-3, man. What do you mean? We played with 6 in attack. Just because we didn't create anything doesn't mean that the intention wasn't to attack.
Personally, Couch, I think he played Chalobah there, to give Tosin more cover, and that's a problem in itself. right?
I think it was for the aerial.
What was the lineup?
He said about the aerial duels as well. He said about the aerial duels as well.
Against Leeds.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. What was the lineup against Leeds? That's more cover, bro. What was the lineup against Leeds?
Cucurella.
It was
go. Tosin, Trev.
Calabar.
That's about
Santos Enzo.
Enzo.
Okay. Santos
Enzo. Pedro.
Who's
João Pedro, Delap,
Esteval and Gittins, yeah.
So 6 attackers, right? Or 6.
Yes, but the point is
it's where they get the ball.
If you play Gusto a right back, it becomes potentially 7.
But he didn't play Gusto at right back.
That's the point. He didn't play Gusto at right back. And I think the balance though, right? Not playing Gusto at right back provoked a domino effect, which meant Tosin now has to come center back because Trev is not out of the center back position.
Tosin has to become center back?
Yes, because if you're playing Gusto at right back, then Tosin, Badiashile, and Trev can play. All 3 of them can play, unless you want to play with them. One of them left back.
Okay, so
and you have to drop a center back.
So right? At what point does balance come into this? Is it just like throw anything on the pitch and then figure it out? Like, because he also said that there was an issue. He also said that I let you talk. You also said that there was an issue with dealing with the height that they play with, right? The physicality, right? Was that not a factor?
Yes, he said that.
So then when you play, like, I just want to quickly highlight this. So when you play Gusto, Cucurella, and then you have Trev, and then who? I guess
Badiashile.
So you have 2 people that can contest things aerially, then, right?
Yeah, but we worry about too much aerially.
Yeah, let's play our own game.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to worry about that.
Couch, hold on. I don't know if you've seen the quotes. Maresca's literally said, right? My idea was to play those 3 centre backs because aerially, Calvert-Lewin and the other guy, I always forget my man's name. They're good in the air, and we wanted to cancel that threat out. But he said that even though we did that, it basically didn't work. I'm paraphrasing now. He said even though we played those 3 centre backs, it didn't work, and that's why I regret not starting Josh. I should have just started.
Oh, no, I agree with that because Tosin, to me, I think that what he was saying was it was in response to why Josh isn't playing, and he said, like, I regret not playing Josh because Tosin was so shit.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said.
Yeah, but the point here, right? The point that they're making, the point that Rob and AJ are both making, is how about we set the team up in a way where everyone's comfortable and a way where we could just play our game. And if we get done aerially, once or twice,
adjust to us.
I just think it's always going to be. There's always going to be this and then that the other.
Yeah,
if it's not, if this produces a loss, then there's going to be a reason why we lost. Oh, well, we didn't have enough people on the pitch that can deal with them aerially. Oh, well, no, now we can't progress the ball. There's always going to be something.
I'm not gonna make excuses saying, "Oh, we didn't deal with them." Bro, we didn't win the game because we didn't score our goals.
I just thought we didn't have any
intensity
on the pitch. Bro. I thought that was the main, especially against Leeds. The intensity was poor. We did not match the level at all.
Yeah, but
that has less to do with having Gusto at right back and more to do with the intensity in the team. Like, guys were not up for that game. That's what it felt like to me.
And that's a pattern. That's a pattern as well. It's not
exactly.
Speak on it.
That's the thing I keep saying. That's why before this run of games, I said to you guys, I was more worried like the games like against a Burnley than a Barcelona and Arsenal, because we've seen it before. These guys get up for the big games, no matter if we win, lose, or draw. It's a mentality thing, and that's on Maresca to try and figure out as well as part of it. To try, why does this keep happening? Does he? I don't know. Does he does he come across like in training going, it's okay? We'll eventually, like I said before, we'll eventually break them down. We're good enough to break them down. I don't know what it is. We always do this. Remember, we got up against Spurs away, and then we didn't against Karabag, the game after. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if the changes. You would think with the changes coming in, it would motivate those players to put in a greater performance so they get picked for the next game.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, why? That's why it's on the players and Maresca to do so. But unfortunately, it's a pattern we're seeing over and over again. We saw it last season as well around this time. Do you remember? It was like we didn't get up for certain games like Palace away, Fulham at home, stuff like that. It just boggles my mind. It's like this was what Chelsea used to do before Abramovich even came in. We always got up for the bigger games, like we were, and against like the smaller games. That's why we would always finish sixth in the league, because we would get up for Man United away, but then like draw with Leicester at home or something like that. And it's happening with these lot, barring the run at the end of last season to get into the fourth place Champions League. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why? You would have thought that, but I know it was a draw against Arsenal, but you would have thought, man, I know you might have been tired. They might have been tired. That's fine. The 10 men, you're bound to be adrenaline and stuff like that. But you would have thought that would have given you much confidence to go to Leeds, who before the game, remember, were on a rubbish run as well. Before
rubbish. They just came off the back of a serious.
I know they had a good performance I know they had a good second half against City. I know they had that, but before that, went on a rubbish run. But you would have thought, okay, let's carry some momentum on. Let's see what we can do. But I don't know what it is with this. I am struggling to feel. All I can say is that.
Let me run up the lights, Robert. When Andrew runs his point, go.
It's just mind-boggling. It's like because I feel sorry for you, Don, going up there. I mean, you should have asked for your money back for that performance.
Boy, I'm just lucky that I had my Christmas party up there.
It was a disgrace. But that's the problem, though. But the problem is, how does Maresca fix that? Because it's now not. I'm not doing this young team bullshit. I'm not doing it with this, because these guys are like 24, 20, going on 25, 26. Some of them like Cucurella is like 27. I'm not doing this with these guys.
So quickly, Andrew, who do you look to get you up for the games?
Well, you think you would look for people like Cucurella, you look for Enzo Fernandez, you look for Neto. Well, he didn't start, did he? But that's the problem. No one wants to step up, though, do they?
You know what's funny too? Like the one time, like right before we conceded, I think the first goal, I think Enzo was.
He was like that before the corner.
Getting everyone like pay attention, get your head.
I remember that
early.
They didn't, but you're right, Couch. I wasn't even before the corner. We were off it from kickoff to final whistle. We were off it. No matter the chat, I know we had a brief stint, and that, but it was just. Honestly, it was like that was probably the worst performance I've seen for ages.
Oh, bro, it was bad. It was bad, bro. But what's bad right now is that we haven't even hit 100 likes, people. Right? I can see we're sitting on 70 likes, people. Right now, 71. We've got over 200 people here. So make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. And also, people, whilst you're doing that, make sure that you lot are checking out. Let me even take off this super chat so you lot can see this properly. Go check out Jersey FC Soccer Shop as well. I'll put the link in the description to their website. Put Don CFC at the checkout code there to get 20% off, people. They're gonna send me a few bits, so I'll show you lot when it comes what it looks like. But it looks pretty good. Charlie and them lot, Lewis, they're sponsored by them as well. So the tops look pretty good, people, man. Make sure that you lot are purchasing directly on the website, people. So big up, man, big up. But yeah, let's get to 100 likes real quick, people. Let's get to 150. In fact, we've got over 200 people here. So let's get to 150 real quick. But go on, Andrew, about to say something.
No, it's very frustrating. I like Maresca, although we should have taken Tosin off, he can't compensate for the second and the third goal. Do you know what I mean? In terms of how it happened, like the pass goes to Enzo, Enzo loses the ball, the guy shoots it. I don't even blame Sanchez for that goal. It's just a very good shot, right, from Tanaka, whatever his name is. He can't compensate for how Tosin lost the ball, but he has to take responsibility for keeping Tosin on that pitch when he wasn't playing well. Do you know what I mean? That's what he has to take responsibility for. And it's all right now bombing him out of the squad if you want to do that, but he's going to change the centre-back partnership probably again tomorrow. We all know that. But like I said before, don't then change other bits of that defence. Keep some continuity in it. Do you know what I mean? Keep it in there so that one change doesn't affect it. Because we've even seen, look at Arsenal at the weekend. A couple of changes, it changes. I know the centre-back partnership, stuff like that, but it changes it, right? It changes the continuity. They had a new right back or a new right back starting in Ben White, and it changes. It just doesn't mesh and it takes time.
Yeah, but the problem is though, two of the 4 defenders that we want to keep in every game are managing injuries. We're talking about Fofana and Reece.
Yeah,
this is the thing,
right? So you're going to see rotate. Like that's the worst type of rotation. I agree with you. I don't think that. I don't like seeing any of the center back switch. I don't think that they need to be. But the fact still remain, we have to rotate these guys based on the fact that their fitness is not such that we can just play them 90, 90, 90, 90. We all knew that. We all knew Fofana wasn't going to play. We all knew Reece wasn't going to play, right?
Sorry, but Couch, I think you would agree though that although they do rotate the right back, putting like Gusto in there, who's familiar, who's played with those guys, in that position is better than say moving Chalobah to that right back position, sort of, and having that. At least that's a bit of continuity that people know about. Instead of like,
I don't doubt it. But I remember the game before, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the game where Gusto came off with that dead leg for a minute?
Yeah,
wasn't that the game before?
Barca.
It was booked as well.
Was it Barca?
Yeah, no, it was.
You mean when he got a yellow card?
Yeah, that was
Barca.
And
he well, I noticed it differently, but yeah.
No, it was Barca. Right, it was
Barca.
Yeah. I mean, big up CAA Mafia for this as well. He says Cuckoo 10 versus low blocks, then wonder why we can't create. Couch, what do you think it is, bro? Like when Maresca's always trying to tuck in Cuckoo instead of like overlapping him, bro. Because when he overlaps, bro, he's got some dangerous little crosses, man. Like we saw the cross against Liverpool, bro. Like Cuckoo knows how to create. You know what I'm saying, bro? So all this trying to congest the middle of the pitch and trying to get man to crash the box when there's all this space being closed down, it doesn't always work, bro. It doesn't always work.
But I think that the game plan was against Bournemouth at least. I thought the game plan was right. We just didn't see the recognition from our number 10s, because it looked to me like what we're trying to do is just crash the back post with Garnacho, Cucurella, one of the strikers, whoever. And there were so many opportunities in that game where the recognition just wasn't there, whether it be Cole Palmer, Enzo, all these guys. And as much as like I don't necessarily value Cucurella is a number 10, he's not really playing a number 10. He's sort of like he's a box crasher again, right? Like he's that guy. He's a guy that's looking to get on the end of things, and he's actually a pretty good aerial threat in those situations, as he almost scored with that header coming back post. I just think that we identified in that Bournemouth game, we identified that the weakness was going to be them defending the back post. Every move if I kid you not, on site, every time Cole Palmer got the ball centrally, you saw 2 or 3 runners making a run back post every time, and like it was just for poor recognition why we didn't see more opportunities directly into the box that way. But yeah, I'm again, like who, if it's not Cucurella there, who would we have there, and what are you doing differently?
I was gonna ask you, do you think we rely on that too much though? We rely on that Cucurella back post cross too much. To me, I think we do that way too much.
I think we might have. I would say yes if I saw it recognized more. If you know what I mean. Like if I saw those runs being recognized and
by the opposition.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like it's not being picked off.
I get it.
I think that Maresca is a smart enough guy that he's not going to do that every game. It's not something that we're trying to do every game. It's something that he recognized within Bournemouth that we could attack. And the only reason why I can say that is because there's just so many chances where as soon as you got on the ball, those guys are just making the run.
Everybody's looking that way.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think he needs to overlap the fullbacks more, man.
Yes,
like,
bro.
He needs to do that more. Like
I don't see enough.
Johnny
should be telling the left winger to crash that box more, especially as coming from the right. Should be telling that. Garnacho did it once. He hit the post.
I think they're both crashing. It was an overload on the back.
But no, he should do it more. I'm saying, Couch, he does it. How many times do we see them just like one of them just sometimes he just watches, or he reacts very late. Garnacho, whoever's on the left, reacts very late to whoever it is. It's same on the right as well. They react late because of the system, because they're told to stay.
They're so wide, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's problem. In this, but especially if you noticed AJ on Saturday, not even underlapping.
It's just dry, bro.
Talk about overlapping, not even underlapping, and that was the problem as well. It's like I understand these modern day coaches, they're fixated on their way they play and the system they play. But we know Maresca has done it in the past, he's changed it, but it wasn't working, broski. It wasn't working. You know what I mean? Just okay, we were getting more possession, no problem. But something wasn't clicking. Let's try something like bring Esteval on. Did he come on 78th minute, 80th minute or something?
He came on mad late, man. He came on mad late. Like he couldn't even really get
late as hell,
bring him on the 70th.
So late.
Bring him and get in zone on the 70th minute. Give him like 20 minutes.
Not even 70th minute, bro. Both of them should have been. They should have come on after 60 minutes, bro.
Just bring them on, and let's see what we can do. Just change something up. One of them gets closer. Give Esteval the chance to roam free if you want to keep one of them wide. Do you know what I mean? Just we got to change. Had change. Yes, that was my frustration because I know you can do it. So why didn't that come into your brain on Saturday? Because you've done it against Brentford away. You did it against Forest away. So I know you've done it. I know you've changed things. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like for like. He brought Delap Pedro on for Palmer. Same thing happened. Esteval on for Neto. Same thing happened. I don't remember.
Late as well. Late.
Late.
Yeah.
But
you forced Enzo to keep playing. Enzo's not having a strong game. There's nothing wrong with substituting Enzo. I understand he's the captain. Essentially, he's a leader. But sometimes you just gotta hold the bench.
He's running on empty as well. He's on an empty tank.
This is what people need to realize. Listen, I'm not excusing Enzo for struggling to make simple passes and like in my review. Go watch my review after people because people think I just defend this guy. I literally spoke about there was a moment where Garnacho made a run. Yeah, Enzo he struggled to get his feet together again, like a KDB normally would, and play the pass. He just scuffs at it, and I'm like, if you can't run with the ball, you can't, bro. I've told you before about his footwork. His footwork ain't great because Enzo's used to getting the ball, looking, pinging it. He's not used to running at speed with the ball. He's not that type of player, right? So do what you can. If you can't do that, stop with the ball and ping it.
Then play it. Yes, exactly.
Then fucking play it. But honestly though, like really though, the opportunities for him to gallop into space and play it into space, and he can't make that pass.
Bro, it's at speed to play. No, couch.
No, I know exactly the player you're talking about though. He had options to the left and options to the right. All he has to do is knock it into space. All he has to do is knock it into space. This is not a hard pass for anyone to make, especially somebody of his quality.
I don't think we're making excuses.
When you're running at speed, right? When you're running at speed, there's only a few players. KDB was one of the best at it. KDB would get the ball from deep, run with it, and he will still find a way to pass the ball, with so much accuracy and finesse.
Under pressure, though, the key is under pressure.
Under pressure as well.
He was not under pressure.
Under pressure as well.
Enzo, we're talking about.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't under pressure.
There was pressure probably coming from behind him.
Yeah, right behind him.
There's no pressure for him to make that pass. I'm sorry.
That's even more reason. That's even more reason for him not to fuck up that pass. That's even more reason for him not to fuck up that pass, bro. Yeah,
no shit.
That was an easy pass to be making there when he had even more time. When he made the pass, I'm like, yo, why you scuffing it like that, Enzo, bro? Your passing is much better than that, right? I can't excuse that, bro. I can't excuse a lot of the sloppy passing that I've been seeing from him, Rob. But at the same time, I have to be real, bro. This guy's been running to the ground as well, Rob. You know what I mean? He's been running to the ground, man.
I understand. You know, people are, every time we play bad, right? Enzo is always the one that everybody goes at, right? It's, you know, nobody can tell me that Reece was a better midfielder than Enzo, but nobody's
Reece was shit as well.
Nobody can say anything about Reece, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We know Reece was absolute, like he was hooping, like he was worse than Enzo Fernandez. But I haven't heard anybody say
Fernandez. I don't know about that,
Reece, right?
The midfield did not have a good game. The midfield did not have a good game.
Exactly. I haven't heard anybody say anything wrong about Reece James since the game, right? It's just Enzo Fernandez because he's who we need
the popularity thing. That's how it goes. But Enzo had a bad game, though. Enzo had a bad game.
No, he had a bad game.
They both had a poor game. They both had a poor game. They both
had poor games, but everybody's excused Reece James for some reason. Apparently, and he's supposedly most people here will say he's the better player. Right, he put in a masterclass against Arsenal. Right, so
what is Enzo's job on the pitch,
bro? To help him build up. I thought against Bournemouth.
What is his skill set? What is he required to do when he's on the ball,
bro? To help him build up for one, and to be able to find the space in behind for the runners. That's one thing that he's very good at, right? Or is supposed to be good at, yeah. And on top of that, bro, box crashing, creating chances in the final third, right? I thought in build-up, Enzo in build-up wasn't a problem against Bournemouth.
No, you're right. You're right.
I thought he was actually quite good in build-up. Yeah, but it was an execution. It was an execution with the passes. Yeah. Yes, that was the problem, Couch. Build-up, bro. We were getting the ball, we were bopping it, moving it. I'm like, okay, cool. We've gone through the press. What are we doing now? Oh, we're breaking it down. Yeah. I couch, it's pathetic, bro, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, hold on, I can see Reaper saying I'm making excuses. Bro, are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Don't. Reaper, don't listen.
What excuses am I making for the guy? Did you not? Did you no? Let me draw him out. Let me draw him out. Let me draw him out. You're gonna draw me out in the chat, so I'm gonna draw you out. Did you not just hear me say that? Do what you can. Did you not hear me just say that this guy was shabby on the ball and he was shit with his execution? Shabby. What excuses am I making? Right? Two things can be right at once. He was shit. His passing was shit and shabby, right? But at the same time, he has been running to the ground at the same time, bro. These are two different things, right?
But
that
this
is not
guy
an
won't
excuse.
even. This guy.
That's not an excuse, bro. These man, hold on, Andrew. These man think it's fucking FIFA or something, bro. Yeah, these man think it's fucking FIFA or something. I'm literally watching it. That's why I love going to the games, because I'm watching him off the ball and I can see that man's blowing, bro. I can see that they're fucking tired, right? But I still expect you to be able to pass the ball properly, even when you're fucking being run into the ground like this, bro. You know what I mean?
But that affects passing as well, too, though.
It does. No, it does. It does. But make it easier for yourself, AJ. Yeah. Make it easier for yourself. Slow down the play a little bit.
The problem with people like Reaper is it's agenda based, because he'll never praise Enzo when he has a good game. He's just said in the chat he's crap, or he's always crap, which we know is not true. So there's no point taking what he says seriously, because he doesn't watch football properly. He just has an agenda, or just listen to what other people say you don't like Enzo.
The problem is that
he has no thought. He has no thought of his own, because he's a sheep. Do you know what I mean?
The problem is
he does what he says done to make you react.
I said I'm making excuses. How am I making excuses? Where's the excuse in a guy playing back-to-back 90-minute games in quick succession, bro? Yeah, go look at guys like Rice right now. Even Declan Rice at Arsenal, that guy's been running to the ground, bro. That guy looks tired.
Versus Villa. The thing is, I don't think there's a single player in our squad that Maresca trusts to do the Enzo role. Like, even like there's some games where Caicedo would sit against, for instance, even Lincoln City. Caicedo rested, Enzo has to play, right? There's nobody. Whether people rate Enzo, whether they don't rate Enzo, there's nobody that Maresca trusts in this team to do the Enzo role. Bar, I'll tell you this, and is Yankee Reggie Wash. Reggie Wash is the only player that I think I can put you on the page and you can replicate.
Stop.
No, who?
Okay.
Who? Tell
Reggie
me.
Walsh.
Reggie Walsh.
I'm saying no. I'm being cheeky. I hear him though. I hear him. I know he likes Reggie Wash, but obviously he's a kid. He can't come in. But for me, there's nobody. I don't think Maresca trusts Andrew Santos to do the Enzo role. I don't think he trusts, whoever you wanna.
There's gonna not A there as well. Don't trust him.
He doesn't like we know Palmer can play 8 on this. He doesn't trust, because Enzo does a lot of, like, most of Enzo's game is basically game recognition. Like, Gusso is now in the 10, I gotta cover the right back. Right?
No, that's not what he does. That's not what he does.
Yes, he does. Yes,
it's definitely. I would say you almost had me at recognition, because I agree with you. Like, he's the guy that understands what the game plan is best. He knows where the actions are. He knows where guys are supposed to be moving and whatnot. Like, okay, so once I get the ball, I know that this is what's happened. But he's not filling any holes. He's not filling any holes. No. I'm not having that. No.
You know it is on couch here. I want to talk about other players as well, because a lot of people right now are trying to crash it on Enzo. And listen, he's been underwhelming. I've been cooking him. If you guys watch my reviews, you'll know that I've been saying he hasn't been good enough, bro. But there's guys like Delap Pedro have not been good enough. Guys like Delap have come into the team. Like I said to you, lot, for me, I don't think we're gonna see the best of him until the second half. But now, I think this season's a write-off for him. I think this season, now after this new injury, I think this season's a write-off for him. Right, I don't think we're gonna see much of that guy. Hey, I'm big up Sean as well. Perfect timing. Let me even put the super chat up here. Where is it here? He literally just said this. This is literally perfect timing. It says have to mention the bum sheet brothers, Delap and Jao. Exactly, bro. Like, they have not been, not being good enough, bro. AJ, what is it for you about these two right now, man? Because me and Rob yesterday on the TL, I saw Rob talking about Jackson and crying about Jackson, and it's not just you, Rob. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people crying about that guy right now. Right, but I was saying to Rob, at least Jackson had the privilege of playing with Cole Palmer, yeah, because we know about the relationship that Palmer and Jackson had, whether that was linking up, whether that was creating for each other, helping each other score and whatnot, yeah, that helped Jackson a lot. Because I'm telling you, bro, you don't need to remind yourselves, Palmer got signed on deadline day. I remember the chance creation in the team before that; it wasn't good, yeah. The chance creation in the team wasn't good. I kept saying, I'm yet to see Jackson have a clear one-on-one on goal. No one's really creating for him.
Jackson was cooking that preseason in the US. You forgot?
In the US, yes, but when the season started, when the season started, how many passes did you see like what he's the goal he scored against Newcastle, Rob? Do you remember before Palmer came in? He didn't have many chances like that. Yeah, the chance creation wasn't great, right? And that's my point, Andrew. AJ, sorry. My point has been, yes, Delap can be a bit sharper, like in terms of his touch, and he's looking a bit rusty and all of these things. You know, his movement can be a little bit better at times. But at the same time, I am not seeing the team, you know, creating for this guy the way I was seeing the team creating for Jackson, broski.
No,
you get?
No, Don. No,
Go on, I'll let you respond. Go.
Listen, the Palmer note is very important because that's our key creator in the final third. So that's a great point, and that's something that we don't really think about. I don't even really think about it too much because we've had some success this season without Palmer. You know, we've gotten to this point basically without Palmer. You know, so but now you understand when everything starts to settle and you know the positions start to. You see where people are, you know, like there's a gap now between the third place and fourth place. You know, things are starting to shape up. So you need your best players. And Delap and Yao Pedro haven't benefited from Cole Palmer, you know, and that's just a point. But besides that, we'll shelve that now. Delap and Yao Pedro, they got to step up, you know. They have to step up. Delap has been unfortunate. You know, he got injured because I think he was decent in that West Ham game. I liked the dynamic of Yao Pedro and Delap. You know, when we saw them early in the season, it gave us something different. It gave us physicality. It just gave us, you know, we were scoring scrappy goals. You know, we didn't have to walk the ball in the goal. It was nice. It was different, you know, but now without, you know, as we've gone on, they've proven that there's still a level or two that they have to raise to get to the Chelsea level. Because to me, Delap has shown that he's rusty. He's been injured, you know, so you give him that, and then now he's injured again. So his season is kind of looking shaky. Yao Pedro, to me, I don't know if he has a fitness issue, but to me, he's just like he's not doing the business. You know, he's
not doing anything. Let's just get it right. He's not doing nothing.
Yes, he's not really doing anything, to be honest. And he needs to come out of a shell. He needs to make a step up. I think he needs to, you know, just take that next level. And it takes time. Unfortunately, it takes time, you know.
I mean, even again, and I'm not swearing for him because I agree. I don't think he's been playing well, but to say he's not done anything is a little bit off the mark. Like I've seen him play through a few players. In the final third.
Against Leeds, I remember one pass he made to Delap, bro. One in the first.
Yeah,
half.
But not just Delap though. And the other thing too about Delap, which I think needs to be highlighted here, like opportunities don't have to just be put on a plate for you to finish. Like there was that one chance. There's that one chance where he's coming in off of the left, where he dribble pass, and you're expecting him to let off a shot, and then he just plays it off to Neto, and it's Neto. You know, like you have to take responsibility too as a striker. It's not just like sitting there and waiting for opportunities to come to you. You have to make those opportunities sometimes. Doesn't seem like he's adept at doing that. I would say the opposite for Yao Pedro. I think he's trying a little bit too hard to be that person. Like way too many touches when you want him to just let it off and like, you know, run into space or something like that. He's the one that's dwelling on the ball and not allowing the move to flow. You know what I mean? Like, let the move flow, and then it'll come back to you. It's like whenever he gets on the ball, it's like, oh, I haven't touched in a while. I want to take 6, 7, 8 touches. And then by then, the move's dead or he turns it over. You know, so, yeah, I just think for him, less is more. But at the same time, he has to get more involved in the buildup, right? And he's not doing that right now. I don't think that there's a war. I don't think that, like, if he gets into those positions to finish, I don't think that we're gonna have a problem with him finishing. I think that
the thing is though, like people are saying he needs to create his own chances, bro. Yeah, listen, one thing I've noticed about Delap, I was saying this about the Leeds game, bro. The first half we barely created for him. Yeah, I was seeing him, literally watching this guy making runs. No one's really trying to find him. Pedro found him quite late into the half, right, where he was running through the middle. Second half, we started to find him a few, like in behind a few more opportunities there. There was a chance that he had where he was running on the right hand side, and the finish was shit. Right, that shot there was bad. And I said to these lot in the group, when I'm watching him trying to shoot right now, to me, it seems like the pressure's getting to him where it's like, yo, I need to score, and he's just rushing it. He's not thinking about, composing himself and actually, running into that space, getting a little bit closer to the goal, and then shooting. It's been very, very rush, 60 miles per hour. Yeah. And that's what I've been seeing from him, right? And I remember that bit of play you were talking about, Couch, when he cut in and then he played it to Neto. For me, I was like, okay, cool, he could have shot there, but I didn't think that was a bad decision because Neto himself was in a lot of space, right? There's a lot of space there because I'm telling you, if Delap had missed that chance, I know you're saying take responsibility as a striker. If he had missed that chance, there'll be some of us saying, yo, play it to Neto there, because there's been a few times where Delap's looked up and he doesn't pass the ball, right?
No, I just think when you're central like that, when you beat two men and you're central in front of the goal, you got to be taking that shot there. There's no reason to stretch it out. And then on top of it, like the pass was
overthinking, bro. He's overthinking.
The pass was wayward on top of that. Like it's not like he completed the pass and it was just like a missed opportunity. Like the execution was poor as well. So like for me, if my striker gets central and he has an option out to the right and he's beaten two men and he's central, let off the shot. That's exactly that's what we've tried. We want to get you in those positions. That's why you're the striker. Your ball ability to practice there.
People are over exaggerating as well. Like, oh, we saw Jackson create his own chances bare times. Broski. Do you know how many times I saw Jackson getting plated? Yeah. By Palmer, especially. Yeah.
What were
Listen, bro.
Hold on. Before you come in, Rob, yeah, and AJ, man, are acting like Jackson used to get the ball every time, go past everyone, and then shoot. I'm sorry, I never used to see that.
No, that's not nobody's saying that. We all know Jackson.
That's what they're saying. They said bare times.
Yeah, yes, Jackson has his flaws, right? But more often than not, when the ball is playing to Jackson from our center back, he will do a good hold-up play, and then we'll be on the attack. Every time I see now Delap getting the ball played to him, like even when we decide to go long, the center back is winning those duels. More often, I have yet to see Delap, receive the ball, hold it up, turn, and then we're on the attack.
No, but that's different. But you asking, that's a different player.
Listen to what I'm saying, right? As a center back, as a center forward in a Maresca system, yes, he's good. He's a good presser. He's good at pressing. As Dan said, he's overthinking when he gets in front of goal, and he's overthinking his shot.
Who's a good presser, sorry? Delap?
Yeah. I think it's a good presser. Right? I think it's a good presser.
He's all right. He's all right.
Not at Chelsea.
Okay. All right.
Chelsea.
Yeah. That's not even the point I'm trying to make. Right? When a strike in the Maresca system, the ball gets to you. Right? You are the focus point. Right? Then people are supposed to make runs off of you. Hold the ball, turn, link up play, and then we off in the attack. Delap, more often than not, he's more interested in getting into physical confrontation with the center back than trying to get the ball and get us on the attack.
I don't deny that that's the narrative, but there's been plenty of times the last couple of games that he's linked that play.
I don't
there's
think
plenty of times in this. Like I understand that's the narrative.
No, he's had one good link up play against West Ham and we scored off of it.
No, that's not the. But just because we don't score doesn't mean that he's not linking up.
He's not good.
I can show you. Okay, so what about that time? What about that time? I think it was the last game where he played it to Palmer, where he laid it off to Palmer. He fell down.
I'm not. You are listening me. You are listening me literally 2 or 3 instances. You are listening me.
Okay. Let him finish, Rob. Let him finish.
No, he's coming. No, you are listening me 2 or 3 instances in his entire season that he's been at Chelsea. Where
you said he didn't do it.
No, I don't think.
How many games has he played for Chelsea?
As I said, his link up play is absolutely
weeks. It's been weeks, It's what I'm saying. Like, bro, man,
he's 17 games for us. In a few weeks. I don't think his link-up play is good. I don't think his hold-up play is good.
I don't think that. Honestly, I don't think that we've seen enough of him to know one way or the other. I'm just saying I've seen opportunities where he has linked up the play, and he has held up the ball. But it's not. Of course, it's not like to the degree where I'm like, yeah, this guy is a incredible hold-up guy, link-up play guy. No, but I've seen opportunities. You've seen more.
Bro, Jackson's link-up play
than you have from. You've seen more of a sample size from Jackson than you have from Delap.
After injury.
One at a time. Hold on, Couch. Go finish. One at a time. Go on, Couch. Go on.
No, I just said you've seen Jackson, more sample size from Jackson when he has linked up play. I just don't think we've seen enough of Delap to say one way or the other way he can do it or not. I've seen games where he has done it, is all I'm saying. And beyond that, I'll say this. I'm not 100 on this guy. I'm not even 50, to be honest. I'm not even 50 because from what I've seen right now, it doesn't look like he has the technical ability to play for Chelsea. Like it just feels
that's what it looks like right now, though, Couch. That's what it looks like.
What it feels like.
People. That's why I kept saying, bro. Yeah, we need to give it a bit of time because this is the longest injury man had in his career, right? I can't. I'm not saying that he's been good because I've been saying already. Delap's been shit, but I'm not writing him off like a lot of what I'm seeing from the fan base. And obviously, it's not good optically because you're like, oh, we've downgraded on Jackson and that, right? But I'm not gonna revise what I was seeing last season. I was literally saying Jackson is probably the best striker on form in the Prem the first half of the season. Yeah, second half of the season, even before he got injured, man forgot how to fucking even bring the ball down. Yeah, man even forgot how to bring the ball down. He's missing chance after chance, right? So don't start revising things like this guy wasn't moving mad. Fucking final against Real Betis, bro. Man's through on goal. He just kicks the ball in front of him, bro. Yeah, against in the Club World Cup, there's a simple pass to Palmer. Man can't find fucking Palmer, bro. Yeah, against Palace. I remember the misses against Palace when we drew that game 1-1 when Josh should have left.
After he scored.
Can we admit this?
He didn't score that game against Palace.
Yes, he's the one that scored.
Away from home.
He scored.
Away from home. That was Palmer that scored, bro. Jadon Sancho created for Palmer. Palmer scored in that game. Jackson had bare chances in that game. He kept missing, bro. Yeah. So we're not going to revise what I was watching from that guy, bro. He was not good enough.
Okay, but can we admit this? Can we admit this, though? While Jackson isn't the answer, I don't think that he's the striker that we need. We can also say that what we've seen from Delap so far has also been of.
I agree.
It's just not good enough.
I agree.
It's not Jackson or Delap. It's not good enough.
Always the problem going into
I actually think
we was hoping for these players to have the best season they've ever had in order for them to be
true.
In order for them to be successful at Chelsea, they would all have to have the best season that they've ever had.
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't know who's cursed this guy because one thing I was saying, if you go watch my review I did of Delap when we signed him, I said, bro, this guy's injury record is spotless. Chelsea already out for what, 2 months with a hamstring, and now it's going to be up to 8 weeks.
This one is his own doing.
I know.
Yeah, so you get like his stupidity. Now he's gonna be gone for 2 months. He's gonna miss what?
He's not stupidity. He got a hamstring.
Yes, it is stupid. Not
that's an AC one.
I'm talking about his shoulder. I'm talking about his shoulder.
Stupidity. He jumped for the ball. That's what football.
No, he didn't. The ball was gone. Sanchez had cleared the ball already.
Oh, okay.
He's still holding on to the centre back.
Wrestling with it.
That's stupidity. You wrestling with the player. The ball is gone from the ball.
It's a freak accident.
It's not a freak accident.
You know what? You've got some.
Pull up the clip.
Hang on, AJ. You've got some cheek, Rob. You were the main backer of this guy like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. He said him over Osimhen. He said him over Osimhen.
No, because
crazy. That's crazy, brother. You have to. That's crazy.
Because I read Delap, right? I didn't think
Wait, hold on. Rob said he wanted Delap over Osimhen.
Yes,
bro. Madman, bro.
I didn't say that. You might know I want Osimhen.
Delap has qualities. I like the signing of Delap for what he could be as a backup striker. But Osimhen is 2-3 levels higher than this guy, and on top of that, we just need that type of presence, and we still need it.
I'm not. By the way, I'm not praising Delap. I think we have something at this club that we can never get rid of, and that's the curse of a number 9. I think we should do what PSG does and don't play with a number 9. I think that's what we should do.
That's probably going to happen. You're probably going to see Neto at striker anyways.
And then Matt saying in the chat,
good at number 9. I don't care. I'd rather play that. I think there's a curse at this club, Don, with number 9s. I think there's something wrong. There's something wrong at this club. I swear to God, we've had for the past 20 years, we've had 2 outstanding number 9s. That's crazy. That's mad for a club our size. And what we've won, but we've only had 2 brilliant number. 3. I'll put an Elker in there. We have 3 brilliant number 9s. Yeah, we're 3 in 20 years. That's preposterous for a club this size. To win that amount of trophies with only 3 good number 9s.
But since the signing of Lukaku, which was supposed to be the 4th one, you understand? And then we haven't really gone for like alpha striker. You understand? Because we're scarred.
No, I understand that. I understand that. But even like look at the chances that we have created for these strikers, though, AJ. Do you know what I mean? They don't take them. Do you know? It's not as if we're not creating for these strikers as well. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not backing. By the way, I'm not like protecting Delap or anything. He has to improve. You know what? He's another one. We're not talking about an 18-year-old striker who's 23, 24. Do you know what I mean? We're not talking. I know it's only second, third full season in the Premier League, or something like that.
Bro, I'm telling you, this guy, yeah, the man of games I used to again, Wisecout broski. The amount of carries I'm seeing this guy where he's taking the ball, similar to Jackson. He might not be as good as Jackson at doing it, but he's carrying the ball and he's driving with it. We literally saw man doing it against us when we played Ipswich. Absolutely bullied us. So man need to remember, when I'm watching this guy right now, yeah, and I'm seeing what I was watching before, I'm like, bro, clearly there's a confidence thing going on here. There's a fitness thing going on here. Because I've seen man play way better than this. A lot of Chelsea fans right now, Rob, hold on. A lot of Chelsea fans right now, this is the first time that they've seen Delap playing. This is the Delap that they're seeing.
What you've seen from Delap, hold on. Just let me quickly say, like, first of all, he's 22, so there's a lot to learn still.
Oh, it's 22, sorry.
And secondly, what you've seen him do for Ipswich Town, whether or not it's Wisecout or not, is a completely different application of football. Completely different. You know, so yeah, when he's on the break and he's isolated 1v1 against a defender, I expect him to bully him and maybe get an opportunity off. But the team that he's playing in right now, a team that needs to break down teams in the low block, he needs to be technically sound to do that.
Yeah, but that's my point, Couch, bro. I'm talking about the basics. I'm talking about him just bringing the ball down. Broski, this guy falls down any chance that he gets now. That's the point that I'm making. Even the bare minimum, I'm seeing him struggling to do. Do you get it? So it's not just about all the space he used to get at Ipswich, because I get that, bro. Like, he's not going to get that at Chelsea as much as he was before.
Let me ask you.
It's the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum. The touches and that on the ball. Like I said, I'm not... People that are cooking Delap right now, Jimmy wasn't on today, right? But Jimmy's been cooking him. I ain't been defending him. I've been letting him cook. But I said to AJ, I said to all these men, I said, bro, I don't think he's going to be at his best until the second half of the season. I'll give him a bit of time. You know what I'm saying, broski? Yeah? Said, how many Ipswich games did you watch? Don't stop the cat. Bro, I watched a lot of the games back. I watched a lot of their games back, bro. And he played a lot of their games as well.
Let me ask you.
He scored how many goals in that league for Ipswich? 12, innit? 12. He scored 12. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Is it a case kind of similar to Arsenal Gyökeres? Because we see Gyökeres in the Portuguese league absolutely carry the ball, you know, power, because he had acres of space in front of him. And now he comes to Arsenal because they face a little low blocks, and that's just not there.
Maybe the Portuguese league is
but Rob, I think Delap is more technical than Gyökeres, bro. Yeah, for me he is, man. Like, bro, this guy was even playing right wing at one point. You could never put Gyökeres on the wing. Yeah, Delap was literally playing for Man City. Hold on, Rob. Hold on. You can't get scouted for Man City if you're not technical, bro. Yeah, you don't play for Man City's academy, right? The age that Delap was, if you're not fucking technical, because they're like Cobham. They have one of the best academies.
Tosin was in Man City. Tosin was in Man City. It's not technical. Yeah? Tosin was in Man City. It's not technical.
Tosin's ball playing. Is probably
does have a point.
His ball playing ain't. Yeah, but hold on. If you're looking at Tosin's ball playing, that's probably his best quality, innit? If you're talking about his ball playing,
yeah, you won't call him technical.
I wouldn't put Delap on the same level as Gyökeres technically, bro. I'm sorry. I wouldn't put them two on the same level. Gyökeres technically is horrible, bro.
But you see, for Chelsea, number 9, you need to be good in tight space, which then open up the vast amount of space that you can run into. So what Delap needs to do is like hold the ball up in tight space, and then when you spin, then the extra space open.
You have to be a complete striker. You have to
be. I got to tell you right. I got to tell you
to be good at everything. That's what it is.
I don't think there is such a thing as the Chelsea number 9. There's no such thing.
Yes, there is.
There's no
such thing. The prototype in Costa and Drogba.
What I'm saying is we're going on it'll be nearly 10 years, it'll be 9 years, right? Since Costa left. We haven't, this is the problem. We haven't got that. We haven't even bought that type of profile.
Exactly. That's the problem.
That's the best. The reason him and Drogba, you know, there might be different finishing standards and stuff like that, but the way they played was very similar in terms of physical and stuff like that. We haven't done that. We went away from that. This is what this team is built on. It's built on a single, and Delap has the physical, but it doesn't matter. You need to be quick up there. That's the most important thing. You need to be quick up there at Chelsea because you're not
and that's what I'm saying. That's what
time on the ball.
That's why I'm saying, Andrew. That's what I'm saying, bro. For me, when people are trying to write man off already, I'm like, bro, listen. As much as he's been shit, I can't defend him on that front. But I'm thinking about how he needs to learn how to play with the team. I'm thinking about how the team needs to learn how to play with him. I'm thinking about how the team needs to let Palmer come back into the team as well, right? Palmer and Delap,
get fit.
Oh, they grew up together. They used to play together. That's something I was looking forward to seeing. Now we're not going to see that, right? So I'm looking at all these factors. I'm looking at man just coming back from injury. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a bit of time, right? Jackson, man, I'm trying to say, oh, I didn't want to give Jackson time. Bro, I was literally defending this guy.
Of time from us.
I gave that guy so much fucking time, broski. It's only towards the end of last season where I washed my hands with him because once again, he was one of the main reasons why we got into a fucking top 4 fight.
Do you remember last season, Don? Remember last 2 seasons with this guy when they were complaining about Jackson? It was, we should have kept Kai Havertz. We should have kept whoever before that. You know what I mean? It never changes. I
was defending Jackson for so long, bro. I was literally saying him and Palmer, Jackson and Palmer are the best combination in the league, the best duo in the league, because factually they had created the most goals and assists for each other, bro. So I was literally in the Jackson hive, but I sold my stocks when I saw man, being petulant, right? Still missing chance after chance, struggling to bring down the ball even before he got injured, right? That's when I'm like, I've washed my hands with you, bro, because you're being pathetic right now. Yeah, I'm seeing you getting chances where like, that you finished out of your eyes closed. Why are you not finishing that, bro? That's when I got tired of him. Yeah, but Rob, anyway, you got Mel, yeah, we got Mel because I got to go to the match is on now as well. You got Mel, but HM says ask Robert to explain how Enzo is our most important player. Go on.
Simple. When Enzo's good, Chels is good. When Enzo's bad, Chels is bad.
I'd say Caicedo's our most important.
Caicedo.
Caicedo can have a below par game and we
together, bro.
Caicedo can have a below par game and we still cook. When Enzo has a below par game, we are absolutely crap.
Rob, can I give you a bit of advice?
You think? All right, Rob. Let me ask you this: Do you think we played better the last 2 games if we had Caicedo?
Oh, 100%, yes.
I think we win. We probably win those games.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. We win. We beat Arsenal. We beat Leeds. We beat Bournemouth. He's an extremely important player.
I think we beat Arsenal. I think we beat Arsenal
more control of the game when Caicedo's on the field. That's
I don't know. I don't know if Caicedo would. If Caicedo played against Leeds, I don't know how much he could have done if the rest of the team turned up like that.
Andrew, this is my thank you very much.
Energy, bro. You have a dog there that's there matching the energy is different, bro.
Nah, man. AJ,
it's infectious, bro. It's
infectious.
But remember, we have seen it when he's been in the team, and we had performances like that.
No, I hear it.
For
instance, it's a safe bet to say that we would have had a way better game if Caicedo was there.
I get your point. Like, we're a much better team with Caicedo. No one can disagree with that.
Yes.
But I'm with Andrew on this one. I've seen us with Caicedo against these minnows we should be beating, and we still fucking don't win, right? Let's talk about the game tomorrow anyway. Let's quickly preview that because Caicedo will be available to play against Atalanta. Obviously,
Rest Enzo. Put some in there with him.
Yeah, let's quickly go through this, because we never know what Maresca's gonna do, but we'll give it a shot anyway, people. We'll give it a shot. Still got how many people got in the house? Still got 170 people here. Let's get to 150 likes, people, real quick, man. Let's get this. Let me quickly share this screen. Andrew, I'll come to you straight away with the defense. What we're saying, Jorgensen is completely done for now, isn't it?
Yeah. I told you I wouldn't even play this guy against Cardiff, Don. In a week's time, I wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
I think Sanchez is kind of like showing you guys levels now. You guys have to quiet down now.
Who's showing?
I've been popping him. Have you not seen the Sanchez prop I've been doing, bro?
He's been showing you guys levels now. Let's just be real.
He was just lucky. Listen, he was shit.
He was just lucky.
Well, so,
Oh, Big Bob Sanchez, best keeper in the league right now.
I'm gonna put. I put actually, yes. Reece gonna reset right back.
Reset right back.
Yeah, put reset right back. Chalobah, Fofana, and Cucurella. I know it's not going to be right, by the way.
Fofana no play against Bournemouth, isn't it?
I don't care. We need to win this game because we got Pavos coming up to secure the top 8. So we need to win this game.
It's the way as well, man. It's going to be hostile, bro.
I don't think he plays for Fofana.
He won't play for Fofana. He won't.
Couch.
I think he got to save him.
Let me just, guys. I know, and I've said it before. We're not going to get the starting lineup right. So I'm just picking it.
Well, let's try and get it right. What do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do?
Left back. Okay, Kukurea.
Maybe a Chalaba Achimpong or something like that.
Fine, Achimpong.
I think that might be on.
Wait, Cucurella again. This guy looks tired as well, bruv.
Yes, bro.
He doesn't want to play. He doesn't play Hato, bro. He doesn't play him.
Hato is.
Hato's next game is going to be the cup.
Yes, Cardiff. His next game's Cardiff. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hato right now, boy. Yeah. Maresca don't trust him. After that shit show in Baku, he does not trust him.
I mean, I don't know why he played him at center back, but yeah.
I mean, bro, center back or not, those mistakes are just some basic shit, bro. Man was making mistakes all over the pitch.
Somebody said Trev can't play every single game, and I hear it too.
Center back for me tomorrow is Trevin by Yeshir.
Oh, I forgot about him.
That makes sense.
There you
too.
go.
Yeah,
that probably happens.
Yeah. That makes more sense. That makes more sense, bro. So I'd say Chalaba. Oh yeah, Badishu came off at halftime as well, innit? Well, he didn't play against Bournemouth either. He didn't play against Bournemouth either.
Somebody said Tosin will start.
Yeah, right.
Tosin's done. Tosin's done, bro.
If I see Tosin start, I might not watch the game.
That would be a fatal flaw by Maresca.
I might just listen to it on some stream.
It'll be some half-hearted dropping, taking him out of the squad and that.
Tosin's got to stage where he's got one good, decent game like in a month. Like he had a decent game against Bournemouth, but for the rest of the
Burnley. You mean Burnley?
Yeah, Burnley is what I mean. Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley was alright. He was alright. What we saying about the midfield? Let me come to you, Couch. Midfield.
Caicedo, obviously.
Yeah, he's had a rest now.
Yeah, he's had a rest. Yeah.
Santos.
Enzo needs to get rested, man. Enzo needs to get rested, bro.
I don't think he's gonna rest him though.
No,
yeah,
I don't either.
This is the problem.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the presumption that Enzo
he can't get rested.
Who we playing in the 10?
Oh, it's Cole.
But I know
he didn't even make the trip, eh?
He's not going to play.
He said he's not playing him. He said it already.
Bring my boy in now.
Maresca said he can't play 3 games in a week.
Oh, okay,
maybe. Do you think you'll? Nah, I don't think you'll play Faku in this.
No, Abi.
You don't think Faku plays?
We haven't seen him in like 2
I think it might be. I think it might be Pedro up top. So I'm gonna say. Yao Pedro.
Pedro in the 10.
Yeah.
And then who up top?
Gil.
You've got one striker now. It's Queen.
Tyreek George.
Gil, Tyreek George.
Neto. Neto as striker.
Neto striker.
Yeah.
You think Neto up top?
Barca settings, man. Barca settings.
Is that how Atalanta play?
I run Gil, yo. I think Gil's gonna have to get
come on, man.
He gotta get
it's funny how you guys are like hating on like Conor Gallagher, and then when you see the striker version of him, you're like, oh, let's play him. We got to play him. Like, come on, man.
No.
I'm the one who
this guy is shit, man.
You Neto striker to this club, all right?
I'm not even kidding, man. Like I'd give him a blie every now and then, but he's shit, man. Let's just be real.
He's not shit.
Couch, you asked Enzo.
Shit. Let's not do this.
Who shit?
Gil, man.
I just wanted.
Gil is shit.
Get a shit game. Yes. Get a shit game. Yes.
Some clarity.
You ask Enzo.
Let me come to you, AJ, before we finish up here. What are you saying for the wingers?
Oh man. Probably Gittins.
You think Gittins will start?
He likes a Gittins. That's the vow in the Champions.
The champs, innit?
Guys. It's a big game.
Nah, man. I think it'll be Garnacho, bro. I think it'll be Garnacho.
Okay.
I think he'll start Garnacho, bro. Because, bro, these men against Bournemouth, how many miles did they really run? They didn't really work like that.
Who came off the bench on Bournemouth? That's really what I'm looking at.
Garnacho was hyperventilating against Bournemouth. That's why he got taken off. He was exhausted.
Did you say hyperventilating?
Yeah.
Hyperventilating. What we saying about this lineup? We'll probably get it wrong, but we'll say
get rid of Gil, man. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, come on, guys.
That's a solid lineup.
Are you guys really thinking Gil was gonna start this game?
You think Pedro will play?
I think Pedro plays striker.
And Buonanotte plays number 10. You have to pick one. Either Gio striker or Buonanotte number 10. You have to pick one, Couch. You can't have you.
Why do we put Andre Santos in this lineup? Why is he not in the lineup?
I mean, he could go with
Andre. I think he spelled Enzo.
He could do something like this. Actually, this makes more sense. Then.
You know what?
And then Enzo like in the 10 kind of, and then Pedro up top in it.
Well, then you're not playing Reece James, then, are you?
No. Right back.
But what? So he's just holding right back?
Wait, hold up a second. Hold on a second. Pedro. Pedro like that.
He inverts, and then Andre becomes box to box like Enzo.
Or no, Caicedo. Caicedo can do that. Go a little bit further up, and then Andre's the one that stays like that. And then Reece gets like a free roll when he plays there, bro. You see him going up. You see him go up. You see him go here.
He just fills in.
I think you got the right lineup wrong. I'm just gonna say that. I think the lineup's wrong.
Most likely, bro.
Listen, that's the whole point of this.
This manager, bro, he has no consistency.
That's the whole point of this, Couch. We'll see tomorrow, man. Listen, we'll finish up there, man. We'll finish up there.
Can I ask, John? Can I request something?
Go on,
when we do predicted lineup, the next time we have a stream, can we put our predicted lineup to what the actual lineup was?
Actually, that's a good shot. And next one, I'm gonna tell you lot to send me your predicted lineup in the chat, and then I'll put it up because it'll take too long otherwise. Let me read the rest of the super chats. Mr. John says, first it was a hernia, now he's tired. All his excuses. Bro, we spoke about it already, man. You can't ignore the fact we didn't give him excuses for the passing, but you can't ignore the fact that he's been overplayed a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, John, he's had no good games at all last season or this season. He's been shit throughout his time.
Yeah, exactly. He's been shit throughout his time, bro. You know, it's a bit mad.
Yeah, he's been shit, yeah.
But yeah, what are you saying, Andrew, man? You got anything coming up, my bro?
I'll be on probably the terrace tomorrow, reaction for the game. Maybe, I don't know, probably with Chels does something this week. He does a few streams before, after, stuff like that. But no, nothing that big, you know what I mean? So hopefully we get a couple of wins, get us back on track next week, get into a semi-final, hopefully, and then we can enjoy a bit of Christmas. Because I'll tell you what, if I was Chelsea, I'd petition to have December removed from the calendar. Do you know what I mean? I just have it removed and start in January. I don't want a winter break from December 1st to November 30th to January 1st. I'd have the winter break. That's what I'd have it for Chelsea.
100%, bro. And people, listen, make sure that you lot are, subbing to Couch. Couch put his recent review up, so I'll put a little link there to his channel. Couch, you want to say anything else, bro?
No, just we just got to get out of this, man. First and foremost,
I want Couch to do a profile of Mark Green.
There won't be much to that, man. The man just runs around, man. Runs around. Oh, look at him working hard. Look at him working hard over there. Look at him. Hey, no, like I think there's things to be talked about with outside of Chelsea, though. I'm surprised we didn't get into this Mo Salah thing because that's fucking crazy.
No. Don't worry.
That shit is wild, man.
There'll be more content in the week. Don't worry about that. Yeah,
today
they got a game tomorrow as well, Couch.
They got a game tomorrow as well, Couch. So.
Yeah, that's
Couch, I watched your video. I think the audio is a little low.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say for me, maybe I'm just tripping.
No. I felt so too, to be honest. But my speaking voice was, you know what it was? My speaking voice was down because I was coming off that sickness.
Okay. No, it's how the games made you feel, man. That's
not a lie. That's not a lie either, man.
Must be the games,
bro. I've been under the weather as well past few days, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Make sure that you lot are following AJ's TikTok as well. AJ, you got anything coming up, bro?
Yes, sir. Nah, just regular TikTok videos. I've been on Chels' channel recently, so maybe I'll go on there again this week, later in the week. That's really it, man. Hopefully we get these dubs. We need to change this December narrative, but it's not looking good right now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not, bro. It's not, man. It's not. How about you, Rob? Anything coming up, bro?
Not really. I'll probably be on with Chels sometime this week. I'm usually on playback, but looks like playback is shutting down for good.
Yeah, what's going on with that? What's going on there?
Get Jem back on here. Let's get Jem back on here.
Bring Jem back. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I think everybody's getting emails.
Probably lost funding or something like that.
yeah, you know,
They're probably going to rebranding or something.
Yeah.
Too much copyright, bruv. Because you don't can watch games there, innit?
During the blackout, you can watch. You know, you can hop on playback and watch a game.
Watch clips and that. Yeah.
So, and you know, I'm usually there, but now that it's shutting down.
Oh, I know you're usually there. I've seen clips of you there. You got booted off. The other night, man.
Alex be tripping all the time. So
that was too funny, man. That was too funny, people. But listen, before we finish up, like I said, make sure that you lot are checking out. I keep forgetting to take off this flipping comment. Let me take off this comment first, so you lot can see it properly. So make sure that you lot are checking out jerseyfcsoccershop.com as well. I'll put the link in the description to their website. 20% off. Just put Don CFC in the checkout section, people. Make sure that you lot check them out. And they've got kits for all clubs. They've got like vintage kits on there. I actually got the Chelsea, I think the 97-98 ones. I'm just waiting for that one to come.
What, the blue one?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, the Zola. You know the Zola one?
Yeah, Autograph. Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, Auto Trader.
Yeah, I've got that.
Auto Trader, bro. I can't wait for that one to come. Di Matteo on that.
That's tough.
Yeah. So you lot make sure that you check them out, man. You lot as well in the chat. You know what I mean? You lot on the panel, sorry. Don CFC, bro, you get 20% off. You know what I'm saying, people?
Glory, man. Cup Winners' Cup glory in that
Tap in.
But tap into it, people, man. But let's go watch these lot. Hopefully Wolves get their first W today. In a bit.
I just need a draw. Even a draw is great. Do you know how even a draw is great?
The draw is great.
I need a win. Wolves win.
Yeah, it would be great, but
love.